Okay, let's get into your reading, Capricorn. Okay, you know what they're thinking about today. They want to take you somewhere. They want to take you to a social place. This is an invitation, okay, of wanting to take you out somewhere. Now, the interesting thing, especially with all of these cups, is I'm seeing a place like maybe a bar, maybe a restaurant, festival, somewhere where there's like music. There's, the ability to drink something, to have a bit of fun, to dance. That's the kind of vibe that I'm getting because I'm seeing cups, which means that, you can like have a drink, you can drink something. There's also this energy here of dancing and music, okay? So that's the kind of place that they would want to take you to. And I want you to notice what choosing that kind of place actually says, okay? Because it's a specific choice. They didn't picture a quiet corner somewhere private and pressured. They pictured somewhere alive, somewhere with music and movement and other people, somewhere the two of you could relax without the whole weight of the moment sitting on you. And that's the instinct of someone who wants you to have a good time, okay? Not someone trying to corner you into a heavy conversation. They want to see you laughing. They want to see the easy, happy version of you, and they want to be the reason for it. That's a genuinely warm way to want to spend time with a person. And I want to name why this is landing as such a surprise, okay? Because the title says it. I was not expecting this, and neither were you. A lot of you came into this thinking you were going to hear about someone distant, someone silent, someone stuck. And instead, the very first thing off the deck is an actual plan, an actual invitation, an actual want to see you out in the world this week. And it seems really exciting, actually, because it's like they've been thinking about planning this. They've been thinking about inviting you. They've been thinking about bringing you to this particular place. So there's this sense here of wanting to invite you, wanting to take you somewhere, wanting to spend time with you in this sense. It's quite exciting. I'm not going to lie, guys. I'm excited. I am excited for you. Okay, yes, I am. And I want you to actually catch the significance of the word planning, okay? Because it changes what kind of interest this is. A passing thought about you costs a person nothing. But planning, picturing the place, imagining bringing you there, that's a person spending real mental time on you when you're not even around. That's the difference between someone who likes the idea of you and someone actively making room for you in their real life. I'm excited for you because they want to meet up with you. They want to spend time with you. They want to talk to you. They want to have fun with you. They want to dance with you and, have some lovely drinks and conversations. The Three of Cups is also a social energy, okay? So they want to basically be social with you. They want to talk to you. They want to have fun, okay? And the Three of Cups shows three figures in a circle, okay? Cups raised together, mid-celebration, flowers and harvest all around them. It's the card of joy shared out loud, of good times and good company, of connection that happens with music and laughter around it. And it matters that this is the card, okay? Because they're not imagining a tense, serious, make or break conversation with you. They're imagining fun, lightness, the easy, warm version of getting close to someone. And that tells you the energy they're bringing is open and happy, not heavy. So let's have a look and see what else is on this person's mind. Yeah. The Emperor. They want to do something here. This is not about a person that is stuck and stagnant in their own ways, is closed off. This is a person today that is very, very open to taking action, open to progressing things with you, open to inviting you somewhere, open to talking to you, open to actually doing something. Emperor is not Emperor takes action, okay? Emperor is not someone that just kind of sits in one corner and just sits in a corner. You know, this is someone that actually does something. And the Emperor sits on a great stone throne carved with ram's heads, okay? Armored, holding an ankh and an orb, mountains behind him. He is the card of the builder, the one who takes charge, who makes decisions and follows through on them. There is nothing passive about this card, and I want you to really register how significant it is, okay? That this is the card sitting behind their thoughts of you, because the whole fear you've probably been carrying is that this person is all feeling and no action, all interest and no follow through. The Emperor is the deck answering that fear directly. This is not a dreamer. This is a doer, and doers actually send the message. And I want to sit with that relief for a second, okay, because it undoes a specific kind of exhaustion. There is nothing more draining than sensing someone's interest and then watching them do nothing with it. The endless almost. The energy that never turns into action. The connection that lives forever in maybe. And the Emperor is the deck telling you, that's not this. This person's interest has hands and feet. It moves, it plans, it reaches out. You are not dealing with someone who will keep you suspended in almost. You're dealing with someone who actually closes the distance. The Ace of Swords. Look at that Ace of Swords. I don't know what else to say, except for the fact that this is someone that is going to come to you with an invitation like, hey, how are you? You know, would you like to go here at this place at this time? Or they try to figure out your schedule to see whether you're available, especially if you live a little bit further away. Or, you know, trying to see like what dates you can meet up at, where you can meet up, when you're available, when you're free. This is about gaining information. This is about communicating to obtain information, which is what they're going to do. They're going to reach out trying to gauge when you're free, what you're doing with your life, and if you're interested in going somewhere with them. And the Ace of Swords is a single upright blade rising out of a cloud, okay? A crown at its tip, cutting cleanly upward. It's the card of clarity, of clear communication, of a sharp, direct message. And paired with the Emperor, you've got decisiveness plus clear communication, which is exactly the combination that produces an actual text on your actual phone. And I want to prepare you for how that message might actually look, okay? Because it may be smaller than the feeling behind it. It might just be a, hey, how are you? It might be a casual, what are you up to this weekend? It might not announce itself as the big invitation it secretly is. And that's normal, okay? Because a decisive person testing the waters still starts small. They lead with the low-risk version, the schedule question, the light check-in, and then build toward the actual ask once they know the door is open. So don't wait for a grand gesture and miss the real thing arriving quietly in a simple message. So that's something I see here. They're going to reach out to you trying to gauge some information on dates and sort of when you're free, and then trying to then basically implement this invitation towards you. What I will say when they come to you with this energy, okay, of wanting to figure out if you're free, what you're doing, obviously if you're not very nice to them, it can change the trajectory of things, right? Because free will has an impact. So I don't think that you're going to be like not nice to them. But I just want to say, if you get angry or frustrated at them, it can change them then inviting you, or it can delay things, okay? Just want to say that if you're nice to them, you're open to them, you know, and you're just communicating like, oh, I'm free at this time, this time, this time. It will naturally lead to this happening in terms of going to this particular place. And I want to sit with this free will point for a second, okay? Because it's genuinely worth understanding, not just nodding along to. This reading is showing a strong, likely path, but it's not a fixed prophecy. The invitation is coming from them, and how it unfolds depends partly on how it's met. And I don't want you to hear that as pressure to perform, okay? Like you have to be sweet or you'll ruin it. It's simpler than that. Just don't meet a warm, open gesture with a closed, guarded wall out of old habit or fear. If part of you has learned to greet good things suspiciously, just notice that and let this one land before you decide anything about it. This will not just be an invitation. This will be somewhere that you go together and you enjoy. You actually enjoy this. This comes to fruition. Boom. Look at this. The Four of Wands. They want to spend time with you now more than ever before. They want to spend time with you. They want to enjoy their time with you. They want to go places with you. They want to be around you, okay? This is not, someone who is just like, wah, wah, wah. Yeah, maybe, should we go here? And then they cancel, okay. This is not someone who's quite flaky. This is a person here that's going to genuinely take action and to progress things along with you, to make things move with you, towards you. And for you, especially with the Four of Wands, they are going to take action. They are going to be quite proactive, and they will actually make a move towards you. Because the Four of Wands here is about someone that actually really likes you to the point where, they really see potential for a future with you. So there's that. Okay, there is that. And the Four of Wands shows 4 tall staves with a flower garland strung between them. Okay, 2 figures celebrating beneath it. A castle in the background. It's the card of homecoming, of celebration, of stable foundations. And it's very often a card of the milestone kind. The housewarming, the engagement, the threshold you cross together. And I want you to notice what that means sitting here, okay? Because it lifts this whole thing above just a night out. The Four of Wands is telling you this invitation isn't a one-off impulse. It's the first stone of a foundation. They see potential for a future, and this outing is them starting to build toward it, one real in-person step at a time. And I want to name the difference between a date and a foundation stone, okay? Because the Four of Wands is telling you which one this is. A date is a single evening that may or may not lead anywhere. A foundation stone is the first piece of something that's meant to keep being built on. And this card appearing here, okay, is saying the invitation is the second kind. It's not them testing whether they're mildly interested. They've already decided they see potential, a real future, and this outing is them starting to lay the ground for it deliberately with intention behind the fun. Okay, and by the way, if you see a lot of ones, like 1-1, like 11, a 1-11, 11-11, all of this signifies, angel number energies. It signifies here that with your gut and your intuition, you probably always felt like this person feels something. It's true. Listen to your intuition, okay? Listen to your intuition. It is very, very true. Do not discard your intuition. Don't think that your intuition is like BS or anything, okay? Your intuition is so on point. And I want to speak to that directly, okay? Because it might be the most quietly important line in this whole reading. You have probably been feeling this the whole time. Some part of you sensed this person felt something, even when their behavior didn't always spell it out. And you've probably been talking yourself out of it, telling yourself you were imagining it, making it up, wanting it too much. You weren't making it up, okay? Your gut was reading the situation accurately the entire time. And this reading is simply the confirmation arriving out loud for something you already quietly knew. And I want to speak to why you stopped trusting that gut feeling in the first place, okay? Because it didn't happen for no reason. Somewhere along the way, you probably got told you were overthinking, reading too much into things, making something out of nothing. maybe more than once, maybe by people who benefited from you doubting yourself. And it worked, okay? It taught you to overrule your own knowing, to treat that quiet inner signal as unreliable. But the moon turning up right here is the deck telling you that signal was never broken. It was accurate the whole time, and the only mistake was learning not to listen to it. So, oh my God, I really can't make this up. Like, here I am talking about intuition and the moon card. The moon card was facing down. I picked it up and I was like, oh, see, the thing is, I say things and it comes out on the cards, and there it is. Okay, the moon. Your intuition has told you that this person feels a certain way, even though maybe they've not necessarily been doing all of this, but boom, there it is. The moon here is ruled by Neptune. Neptune is the planet of spirituality. The moon is about hidden things. It's about intuition, right? Here you go. Here you go. And the moon card shows a path running between two towers, okay? A dog and a wolf howling up at it, a crayfish emerging from the water, everything lit in that silver half light. And it's the card of the subconscious, of intuition, of the things you sense before you can prove them. And I love that it turned up right on the word intuition, okay? Because that's exactly what the moon governs, the knowing that comes from underneath, not from evidence. And it's validating the exact thing you've been second guessing in yourself, that quiet inner read on this person that you kept dismissing. I don't know what else to say, except for the fact that this person will just come out of the blue, okay, towards you and express everything to you. Yep. So it's going to happen. Temperance. Temperance also shows your angels and your ancestors and your spirit guides working to allow things to progress and come together. So they're all kind of trying to help so that everything moves in this way. Like, it's almost like they're trying to make it happen. And the Temperance card shows an angel with 1 foot on land, 1 in the water, okay? Pouring liquid between 2 cups in a continuous stream, a path leading up to a rising sun behind them. It's the card of divine timing, of things being blended together in exactly the right proportion, patiently, by a hand bigger than yours. And I want to name the reassurance in that. Okay, because whatever you believe about angels and guides specifically, the meaning of the card holds. It's saying you don't have to force this. You don't have to engineer it, or chase it, or make it happen through sheer effort. The mixing is already being done gently, behind the scenes, and your job is mostly to let it. And I want to name what letting it looks like in practice, okay? Because passivity isn't quite the right word for it. It doesn't mean sit and do nothing. It means stop gripping. Stop trying to control the exact when and how. Stop rehearsing every version of how it could go wrong. The temperance kind of trust, okay, is the trust that lets you keep living your own full life while the timing arranges itself. You're not waiting by the phone. You're not forcing the pace. You're just staying open, staying warm, and letting the mix come together at the right temperature, which it's already quietly doing. So we've got here the divine on your side. The 4 of Swords also shows here as well. Okay, so 4 of Swords, 4 of Swords. Where do I begin with the 4 of Swords? The 4 of Swords. 4 of Swords here goes to show that if you pray to your angels, your ancestors, and your spirit guides, they're helping you behind the scenes. The 4 of Swords also shows here as well that this person just wants peace in their life. Like, they don't want to be around superficial people. They're not interested in like an entire village. They want to be around people that make them feel good, make them feel happy, and make them feel satisfied. They are not interested in like disrespectful, rude people. They're not interested in people that just kind of care about themselves and like whatever. Like this person is someone that really wants peace in their life. And the Four of Swords shows a figure lying still on a tomb, okay? Hands in prayer, 3 swords hanging on the wall above and 1 resting beneath them. It's the card of rest, of retreat, of deliberately choosing quiet and stillness to recover and recharge. And I want to draw out what this tells you about the kind of person they are, okay? Because it's genuinely lovely. Someone whose card is the Four of Swords values peace over drama, depth over crowds, a few real people over a whole village of shallow ones. This is not a chaotic person, not someone who thrives on games and turbulence. This is someone looking for calm, for a soft place, for the kind of relationship that feels like rest rather than a battlefield. And I want to say why that matters so much for you specifically, okay? Because if you've had connections that felt like work, like walking on eggshells, like a constant low-grade stress you couldn't put down, then this is the opposite of all of that. This is someone whose deepest want is a calm, steady, drama-free love. And a person who wants peace, okay, tends to create it. They don't manufacture chaos to feel something. They don't pick fights to feel close. They don't disappear and reappear to keep you guessing. They just want the two of you to feel good together, consistently, and that consistency is one of the most underrated things a person can offer you. Now, it's almost this energy of them wanting to settle down, because we've got the King of Cups. The King of Cups. King of Cups here is someone that's quite emotionally mature, emotionally available, emotionally, like, does everything, understands everything, but also someone that gets up and does things. If you are in discomfort, they will get up. They will make sure you are okay. They will go to the store, get you what you want. They will do things without having to be told. This is a very mature person that understands the assignment, okay? And that is what I'm seeing. You will be with someone who is really, like, they know what they're doing. And that's what I see with this person. And the King of Cups sits on a throne floating on a rough moving sea, okay? And he's perfectly steady on top of it. A cup in one hand, a scepter in the other, calm while the water churns beneath him. And that image is the whole meaning of the card, mastery over emotion, the ability to feel deeply and stay steady at the same time. And I want to name how rare that combination actually is, okay? Because you've probably met both halves separately and neither together. You've met people who feel everything and drown in it, and people who stay steady by not feeling much at all. The King of Cups is the person who does both, deep feeling and steady hands, and who backs the emotional availability with actual action, getting up, doing the thing, taking care of you without needing to be asked. And I want to dwell on that last part, okay, without needing to be asked, because it's the detail that separates this person from almost everyone else. A lot of people can be kind when you spell out exactly what you need. Far fewer notice on their own. The King of Cups is the one who sees you're cold and hands you the jacket before you've said a word. And being loved like that, okay? Not having to manage someone, not having to ask twice, not having to carry the whole emotional weight yourself is a completely different experience than most people have ever had. It's the difference between a partner and one more thing on your to-do list. And this reading is pointing you toward the partner. Okay, this person here that you are thinking about, like, oh, what are they feeling? What are they thinking? They are going to grow, because I do feel here that they, everyone has growth to do. Let's be honest, no human being on this planet is completely perfect. We're always learning, always growing according to new information we have as well, right? And always trying to figure ourselves out. This, everyone even you, even me, I'm doing spiritual practices all the time behind the scenes and learning new things. Because the thing is, we are all growing. We are all evolving. Even my guru, who's pretty old, is always learning, always meditating, going to the mountains, telling me about this new thing that he's found out. This is the thing that I'm telling you about. Everyone's always learning and growing. So are you, okay? And also, so is your person. They're going to grow more into this King of Cups energy. Whether they are male, female, however they identify, they grow into this energy of being able to understand the assignment without being told what to do all the time. And I want to say something honest and grounding about that growth, okay? Because it's actually a healthier way to see a person than the fantasy version. The reading isn't claiming they're already flawless. It's saying they're growing toward this steady, emotionally mature energy, and that's more trustworthy than perfection, because a person who's actively growing keeps getting better, where a person you've imagined as perfect can only disappoint you. Now, also the Nine of Wands, okay, the Nine of Wands. This person has you on their mind day and night, all the time, all the time. And the Nine of Wands shows a figure leaning on a staff, okay? A bandage around their head, 8 more staves standing behind them like a fence. And usually it's a card of a weary guardedness, someone who's been through it and is still standing watch and read alongside everything else here, okay? It's showing you both things at once. They think about you constantly, day and night. And they carry a little guardedness too, a little weariness from whatever they've been through before. But the guardedness isn't stopping the thinking. You are on their mind through the wall, past the fence, all the time. And I want to point out something almost tender about that image, okay? Because the Nine of Wands person is guarded for a reason. They've been through something. They built that fence to protect themselves. And yet you get through it anyway, day and night, uninvited, undeniable. And that tells you the pull toward you, okay, is stronger than their guardedness, which is saying a lot for someone who guards themselves this carefully. You're not a passing thought that fits neatly between their walls. You're the thought that keeps getting over them, the one their defenses can't quite keep out. I'm telling you, you're going to get an invitation. You're going to spend time with this person. Understand that your spirit guides are there. They're helping you. They are there for you. This person thinks about you a lot. All you have to do is accept their invitation. So comment down below, I accept, okay? Claim it. Because actually you're telling the universe, you know what? They can come to me and I'll accept it. And I want to reframe that little instruction as something real, okay? Because it's more than a comment prompt. A lot of you have a reflex of bracing against good things, of expecting the catch, of keeping one hand on the door in case you need to run. And saying I accept, even quietly, is a small act of deciding to let yourself receive something good instead of guarding against it. Because the truth is, okay, the whole reading has shown someone reaching toward you, and the only real variable left is whether you'll let it in when it comes. And you're allowed to just let this be good. And before the final message, I want to leave a few things to actually hold on to, okay? The first, the invitation is real and it's active, loves. This isn't a someday maybe reading. The Emperor and the Ace of Swords together mean a decisive person with clear communication. And that combination sends the actual message. They're gauging your schedule, picturing the place, planning to bring you out into the world with them. The second, your intuition was right the whole time. The moon confirmed it on the word intuition itself. That quiet sense you kept dismissing, that this person felt something, was accurate. And you can stop talking yourself out of your own gut going forward. The third, this person wants peace and they back their feelings with action. The Four of Swords and the King of Cups show someone who values calm over drama, depth over crowds, and who gets up and does things instead of just saying them. That is a rare and steady kind of person to be wanted by. And I want to answer one more thing. Okay, why this reached you now with this much specific detail? Because you were about to talk yourself out of it. You'd been feeling this person's energy for a while, and you were on the verge of deciding you'd imagined the whole thing, and you hadn't. Okay, and this arrived today to catch you right before you dismissed a read that was accurate all along. I don't pull the Emperor, the Ace of Swords, the Four of Wands, the Moon, Temperance, the King of Cups, and the Nine of Wands, all pointing at one invitation by accident. And I want to speak to the small doubting part of you for a second, okay? The one quietly thinking, but why would today be any different from every other day I waited? Because the cards don't show a wait here. They show movement, a plan, a person taking action. Set the doubt down just for tonight. This is already clear, okay? The Three of Cups confirmed they want to take you somewhere social, fun, with music and warmth. The Emperor and Ace of Swords confirmed a decisive person reaching out with clear communication to plan it. The Four of Wands confirmed it's not flaky, it's a real move toward a real future. The Moon confirmed your intuition has been right all along. Temperance confirmed divine timing, bringing it together. And the Four of Swords, King of Cups, and Nine of Wands confirmed a peace-loving, emotionally mature person who thinks of you day and night. So let me lay this all out one final time, okay? Slowly, so it actually settles. Your person is thinking about taking you out today, okay? Somewhere social and fun, with music and drinks and warmth. And they've been planning it, picturing it, wanting it. They're decisive, they communicate clearly, they're not flaky, and this isn't a one-off. It's a first step toward a future they can actually see. Your intuition read all of this correctly long before the cards confirmed it. And this person, steady, peace-loving, emotionally grown, has you on their mind day and night. One message. You weren't imagining it. They've been planning to reach for you the whole time you doubted it. If this resonated, loves, let me know what hit hardest and comment I accept down below to claim it. I genuinely read every comment, okay? Even the ones I can't always reply to individually. Your story becomes part of the reason this reading keeps finding the next person who needs it too, like this reading, and make sure that you're subscribed. And I'll see you in the next one. Wherever you're watching this from, okay, I want you to actually feel this settle in before you go. You have spent a lot of time, okay, quietly sensing something about this person and then arguing yourself out of it. Telling yourself you read too much into a look, a message, a moment. Treating your own intuition like it couldn't be trusted. And today the cards did nothing but agree with you, okay? Card after card, confirming the exact thing your gut kept whispering. Which means the problem was never your intuition. It was only that you kept overruling it. So let this be the moment you start trusting it again, okay? Not just about this person, but about everything your gut has been quietly telling you while your mind talked over it. You've been right more than you've let yourself believe. Take care of yourself. Bye, loves.